Welcome back to part 2 of how to interpret your medication packaging. As I've said, your medication packaging is your guide. It tells you everything you need to know about your medication. Now I just want to do two over-the-counter common cold and flu combination. So the first one is going to be Dermazine and the second one is going to be Femicap. Now I chose these two products because they are the only product I have on my medication box currently, not because they are better than other products. Remember that.
Another example that we will use today is Dermazine colds and flu. So Dermazine, as I said, it's a brand name. No, I didn't say that. So Dermazine is the brand name that the company gave to the product, Dermazine. And colds and flu, it is what it is used for, but it also helps to differentiate which Dermazine it is, because there are a lot of Dermazine on the over-the-counter. So you get Dermazine non-drowsy, you get Dermazine effervescent. There are a lot of Dermazine you can get. So this one is specifically colds and flu. At the bottom of that, there's an indication. It is a decongestant and an analgesic. So it helps to relieve colds and flu and sinusitis symptoms. It's nasal congestion. If you have headache, it's gonna help. It's gonna help with pain and it's gonna help with fever. So we'll see which of the ingredient help with those symptoms. I will go to the ingredient very quick. And then at the bottom right corner, you'll see it says 20 tablets, sugar free. As I said, if you're diabetic, then you can use it because it's sugar free. And then on the top left corner, it says S2. This means that it is schedule 2. If you go to my scheduling video, I told you that schedule 2 you can get it over the counter without a prescription. So there is no need for you to go to a prescription section for a schedule 2 product. You can just go to the over-the-counter section and then buy yourself Dermazine. So once you know that, if it's schedule 2, you will know where to get it. It's over the counter. If it's schedule 1, it's also over the counter. You can get it over the counter. You don't have to go into on the script section, or you don't have to go and look it on the floor because you won't get it there on the floor. Schedule 2 and schedule 1 as well. If it's schedule 1, you will get it on the over the counter section. And then what else? Nothing on this side. And schedule 2, remember, schedule 2 you can only get them in limited quantities. So you can't buy more than one box of Dermazine cold and flu because of the restrictions they put on the product. Then if you look at the other side, it says batch number. It tells you the batch number, and then the expiry date 04 2028, and that means you can use it until May 2028. And then if you go to the other side, it tells you which company makes it. It's Innova Pharmaceutics, a Pty Ltd, and then tells you the customer care line if you want to contact them, you want to find something, and then which country and which address it is, and there's a barcode. Yeah. And the other side, and then this is one of the important side, also tells you it's Dermazine cold and flu. You can't miss that. So it continues to tell you that it's a preparation for common cold and flu, nasal decongestion, and antihistaminics. This one is not antihistaminic, so I think they just write this in out of the Dermazine product. So it tells you each tablet contains pseudoephedrine hydrochloride 30 milligrams. So this one is the one that will help with your decongestion because it's vasoconstrictor. It helps to open up your nose. It helps with decongestion, with sinuses. And this is one of the regulated molecules, so it's one of the reasons why you can't get more than one box of the pseudoephedrine, but we'll discuss that further on our next videos. And then the ibuprofen, This is also one of the ingredients that you will get in most common combination, and you probably have it at home as well. So you can use this with your Nurofen, because already contain ibuprofen. Genpain contains ibuprofen. Mybulen contains ibuprofen. There's a lot of combinations that contain ibuprofen, so you must read that as well when you get this. Check what is in the tablet so that you don't duplicate, because it can easily cause harm if you use more than what is indicated on the box. So it's 200 milligrams of ibuprofen as it is indicated there. So this one is a combination. The previous examples I use of Panadol and Disprin are not combinations. This one is a combination because it contains more than one active pharmaceutical ingredient. So in this one, the directions on how you're gonna use it are gonna be in the package insert. So you can open the package insert and see what are the direction. You can see the direction once you open the package insert. If you also want the inactive pharmaceutical ingredient, they didn't write them here. You can also see them on the package insert. If you may be allergic to something, people have a lot of allergies, so if you're allergic to something that is commonly used in tablets, you can open the package insert and check if it's not there. But another example, this is a bottle of Femicaps. So let's try and interpret that as well. So it's first thing you see there, it's written in bold, Femicaps. That is a brand name, it's Femicaps. And then it shows there at the bottom, it's for symptomatic relief of cold and flu, hay fever, sinusitis, and rhinitis. So that is what it is used for, the indications. As I said, sometimes they don't write all the indications in the box, because I mean it will finish the whole box. There are a lot of indication that this can be used for. And then it says 20 capsules. You see 20 capsules, and then at the bottom of that it tells you what company makes it, and this one is gonna be Brunel Laboratories. And then it tells you what address, and then what's the email address, and that what is their contact details if you have a query. Then above Femicaps, it's written preparation for common cold and flu, including nasal decongestant. So yeah, in the top left corner again, it's written S2. Again, it's schedule 2. You can only get it over the counter. You don't need to go to the script section for that. You go over the counter, you will be helped faster if you go over the counter than going to the script section. You can go to the script section if you want, but you'll wait longer. But this you don't need to wait longer for this, and you can get this on the front shop as well, because it is schedule 2. You will get it on the over the counter because it is schedule 2, not in the front shop. You won't be able to get it at Checkers, in the front shop of Checkers or ShopRite. You won't be able to get it at the garage. It's schedule 2. Then if you rotate it, you will see each ingredient contains chlorpheniramine 2 milligrams. So this is the same ingredient that is in Allergex. So that means you can use this with Allergex together. You already have Allergex in this one. So although Allergex is 4 milligrams, this contains 2 milligrams. So if you take two capsules of this according to the direction, you already achieve 1 tablet of Allergex. So you can take this with Allergex. And it has phenylephrine 5 milligrams. That is a decongestant. So you can take this one with Demazine as well, that I've just made a video about, because there's another decongestant, although not the same decongestant, but there are 2 decongestants. It's better not to use both 2 decongestants together, because you can push your blood pressure very high, or you can have very bad palpitations. And then this one says contains paracetamol. You cannot take this one with Panadol, Genpain, Pain Block, any other paracetamol generic. You can't take that, or anything else with paracetamol. If you take it, you must be careful. It says it contains sugar, so that means for people that are diabetics or that are lactose intolerant, you can use this. And it specifically says outside contains paracetamol. Why are they saying that? Because they know that most products contain paracetamol, so you should be careful about it. And it also shows the directions. Adults, you can take 2 capsules 3 times a day, and children 1 capsule 3 times a day. Not recommended for children under the age of 6 because capsule can choke children. And then storage instruction, you can store it at a temperature below 25 degrees Celsius, that's basically a room temperature. In a cool, dry place, it must be protected from the sunlight, keep tightly closed. So that's how the storage conditions. And then this one also has a warning there. This medication may lead to drowsiness and impaired concentration, which may be aggravated by simultaneous intake of alcohol or other central nervous system depressant. Do not use continuously for more than 10 consecutive days without consulting a doctor. This is because of allergens or clenharamine that is in there. It can cause drowsiness, can impair your ability to think. So it's better not to use this if you're gonna be driving, or do not mix it with alcohol to avoid being too drowsy. And at the bottom there is an expiry date and the batch number. Expiry date is 7 month of the 2026, so that means you can use it until beginning of August 2026.
To be honest with you, with most over-the-counter combination for common cold and flu, for inflammation, pain and fever, and cough mixtures, you barely get a completely new product. They keep on playing with the same ingredients, hoping that their product will sell better than the competitors. So it becomes very important to know how to interpret each product to avoid an internet overdose. Knowing how to interpret your packaging will also help you avoid unnecessary expenditure, because you find people going to the pharmacy buying unnecessary products that they already have at home, but they do not have any idea that they are buying similar or the same product. But if you stick to this channel, you will get all the clarity you need about medication. So, like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel to stay updated. See you on the next one.